The winter waits along the street, cold and slow. Stone and light in quiet balance, soft and low. Windows hold a muted glow, warm inside, while the afternoon slips by. Coffee rests between my hands, dark and deep. Steam is rising like a secret I can keep. Outside coats and footsteps pass through the gray. Inside time decides to stay. This is where the winter softens near the flame. Nothing here is in a hurry, nothing named. I let the cold remain outside as I do. This is where the winter softens. Music settles into corners low and clear. Every note feels gently placed and sincere. No desire to impress the room or explain, just a sound that warms the grain. The piano speaks in rounded tones, old and kind, like it's learned to move with patience over time. Every chord respects the silence in between, like it knows what quiet means. This is where the mood stays steady, soft and true. Nothing here is asking answers, nothing new. I remain within this gentle warmth for a while. This is where the mood stays steady. Snow is resting on the ledge, white and thin, tracing lines along the window from within. Every flake arrives without a plan or sign, just like moments passing time. The bass walks slowly through the room, warm and low. Drums are brushing seconds, lightly letting go. Everything feels carefully aligned, nothing tight, just a calm against the night. Languages drift from other tables, soft and low, like the city breathing gently in a flow. Every accent, every pause feels the same, sheltered from the cold and rain. Scarves and gloves are resting quietly on the chair, holding pieces of the outside in their care. Nothing urgent waits beyond this glass or door, just the street I've known before. The tram passes in the distance, slow and bright, its reflection briefly dancing in the light. The sound dissolves into the air once again, like a thought that doesn't end. The walls remember other winters long ago. Different faces, same warm tables, same soft glow. Time has changed the world outside, not this room, still protected from the gloom. Pages turn in borrowed silence, soft and slow. Cups are lifted, then returned below. Every movement feels considerate and kind, as if time has changed its mind. This is where the hours gather warm and old, here is being measured, nothing told. I let the winter fade into the light I can see. This is where the hours gather. Evening leans toward early blue, cold and white, shadows stretching side by side inside. Every reflection settles gently on the wall, like it's heard this gentle call. The cup grows lighter in my hand, still remains something steady in the silence that explains why the cold feels far away for a while in this quiet winter smile. This is where the winter lingers warm and near. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing clear. I carry this quiet cafe glow when I go. This is where the winter lingers. Snow keeps falling, the room stays warm. The street exhales a colder breath, gray and slow. Stone reflections stretch and settle down below. Windows gather muted light, soft and warm, holding winter in a form. Coffee rests upon the table, dark and deep. Steam is drawing fragile lines I couldn't keep. Outside, boots and voices pass half erased. Inside, time forgets its pace. This is where the cold releases near the glow. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing old. I let the city stay outside as I do. This is where the cold releases. Music moves between the tables, low and clear. Every note arrives politely and sincere. No desire to explain itself or stay, just a sound that warms the day. The piano speaks in careful shapes, old and kind, like it's learning how to linger over time. Every chord respects the silence in between, like it knows what stillness means. This is where the mood stays gentle, soft and true. Nothing here is asking answers, nothing new. I remain within this quiet warmth for a while. This is where the mood stays gentle. Snow collects along the railing, white and thin, tracing patterns on the iron from within. Every flake arrives unspoken, without aim, like a thought that never came. bass moves slowly through the room, warm and low. Drums are brushing seconds, lightly letting go. Everything feels carefully aligned, nothing tight, just a calm against the night. Languages drift from distant corners, soft and low, like the city speaking gently undertone. Every pause feels shared in warmth and air, sheltered from the winter there. Scarves and gloves are folded neatly on the chair, holding fragments of the street within their care. Nothing urgent waits beyond this glass or door, just a street I've known before. A tram slides past the window, soft and bright, its reflection bending briefly in the light. The sound dissolves into the snow once again, like a thought without an end. The walls recall other winters, long and slow. Different faces, same small tables, same warm glow. Time has changed the streets outside, not this room, still protected from the gloom. Pages turn in borrowed silence, soft and thin. Cups are lifted, then returned again. Every movement feels considerate and kind, as if time has changed its mind. This is where the winter lingers, warm and near. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing clear. I carry this quiet cafe glow when I go. This is where the winter lingers. The glass stays warm, snow keeps falling. Stone streets hold the afternoon, cold and white. Footsteps echo without hurry, side by side. Windows soften every sound passing through, keeping winter out of view. Coffee darkens in the porcelain, slow and still. Steam rises like a question without will. Outside, coats brush past each other through the gray. Inside, moments choose to stay. This is where the winter quiets near the flame. Nothing here is asking reasons, nothing named. I let the cold remain beyond what I see. This is where the winter quiets. Music settles into gentle corners, low and fair. Every note feels softly measured in the air. No intention to be noticed or explained, just a warmth within the grain. The piano leans into rounded lines, old and true, like it's tracing paths remembered the brood. Every chord leaves space for silence in between, like it knows what rest can mean. This is where the mood stays open, soft and slow. Nothing here is pushing forward, nothing owed. I remain inside this quiet shelter for a while. This is where the mood stays open. Snow rests gently on the ledges, wide and thin, tracing borders where the glass lets winter in. Every flake arrives without a story or design, just like seconds passing time. The bass walks patiently through warmth, round and low. Drums are brushing passing moments, letting go. Everything feels softly balanced, nothing tight, just a pause against the night. Languages weave through conversations, soft and kind, different rhythms sharing space and time. Every accent finds a common calm inside, sheltered from the turning tide. Gloves are placed beside the window, folded neat, holding cold from distant corners of the street. Nothing urgent waits beyond this glass or door, only paths I've known before. A bell sounds from a distant tram, soft and brief, its reflection fading gently into leaf. The sound dissolves into the room once again, like a thought that won't explain. Walls remember winter's layout year by year. Different faces, same warm tables gathered here. Time has changed the world outside, not this space, still familiar in its grace. Pages turn in quiet agreement, soft and slow. Cups are lifted, then returned below. Every movement feels intentional and kind, as if time has changed its mind. This is where the winter settles, warm and near. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing clear. I take this calm into the street. I know this is where the winter settles. Snow drifts softly, the room remains. Cold stone streets reflect the sky, gray and white. Light bends softly in the distance, side by side. Windows gather golden warmth from inside while the afternoon slides by. Coffee rests between my hands, dark and slow. Steam draws lines I never keep, then go outside. Footsteps mark the snow, brief and light inside. Time loosens tight. This is where the winter softens near the flame. Nothing here is being measured, nothing named. I let the cold remain beyond what I see. This is where the winter softens. Music moves without insisting, low and fair. Every note feels gently balanced in the air. No desire to announce itself or stay, just a warmth that knows the way. The piano speaks in rounded tones, old and kind, like it's learned the pace of waiting over time. Every chord respects the silence in between, like it knows what pauses mean. This is where the mood stays steady, soft and true. Nothing here is asking answers, nothing new. I remain inside this quiet glow for a while. This is where the mood stays steady. Snow rests quietly on the ledge, white and thin, tracing lines where glass meets air from within. Every flake arrives unplanned, without sound, like a thought that comes around. The bass walks slowly through the warmth, round and low. Drums are brushing passing seconds, letting go. Everything feels gently placed, nothing tight, just a calm against the night. Languages drift softly through the room, low and slow. Different cities sharing breath, undertone. Every pause feels equally warm and near, sheltered from the winter here. Scarves and gloves lie folded neatly on the chair, holding pieces of the street within their care. Nothing urgent waits beyond this door or glass, just the past I let pass. A tram hums in the distance, soft and brief, its reflection fading gently into leaf. The sound dissolves into the snow once again, like a thought without an end. Walls remember winters layered long ago. Different faces, same small tables, same soft glow. Time has shifted everything outside, not this place, still familiar in its grace. Pages turn in borrowed silence, soft and kind. Cups are lifted, then returned in time. Every motion feels considerate and slow, as if time itself said no. This is where the winter lingers, warm and near. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing clear. I carry this cafe light with me when I go. This is where the winter lingers. Snow keeps falling, the light stays on. Frosted glass blurs out the street, gray and white. Stone reflections fade and gather side by side. Tables wait in patient rows, warm inside as the afternoon goes by. Coffee darkens in the cup, slow and deep. Steam draws shapes I couldn't keep if I tried. Outside coats brush past the door, in the snow inside. Moments choose to slow. This is where the winter quiets, near the flame. Nothing here is asking questions, nothing named. I let the cold remain beyond what I see. This is where the winter quiets. Music settles gently into space, low and clear. Every note feels softly measured and sincere. No desire to impress the room or stay, just a warmth that knows the way. The piano leans into rounded lines, old and kind, like it's learned to move with patience over time. Every chord leaves space for silence in between, like it knows what rest can mean. This is where the mood stays gentle, soft and true. Nothing here is asking answers, nothing new. I remain inside this quiet shelter for a while. This is where the mood stays gentle. Snow collects along the window, white and thin, tracing patterns on the glass from within. Every flake arrives unspoken, without aim, like a thought that never came. The bass moves slowly through the room, warm and low. Drums are brushing seconds lightly, letting go. Everything feels carefully aligned, nothing tight, just a calm against the night. Languages drip from distant tables, soft and slow, like the city breathing gently, undertone. Every pause feels shared in warmth and air, sheltered from the winter there. Gloves and scarves are resting quietly on the chair, holding pieces of the street within their care. Nothing urgent waits beyond this glass or door, just the path I've known before. A bell rings from a distant tram, soft and brief. its reflection dancing lightly in relief. The sound dissolves into the snow once again, like a thought without an end. Walls recall 100 winters, long and slow. Different faces, same warm tables, same soft glow. Time has changed the streets outside, not this room, still protected from the gloom. Pages turn in quiet agreement, soft and thin. Cups are lifted, then returned again. Every movement feels intentional and kind, as if time has changed its mind. This is where the winter rests now, warm and near. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing clear. I leave with this calm cafe glow when I go. This is where the winter rests now. The window clouds softly, time exhales. Slows down beneath the lamps, cold and white, stone and shadow leaning gently side by side. Windows keep a steady glow, soft and near, holding back the winter air. Coffee waits beside the cup, dark and warm. Steam drifts upward without form or alarm. Outside voices thin and fade into gray. Inside moments choose to stay. This is where the winter pauses near the light. Nothing here is moving faster than feels right. I let the cold remain of you, I don't cross. This is where the winter pauses. Music settles low and careful, soft and clear. Every note feels placed with patience rather than fear. No desire to announce itself or lead, just a sound that fits the need. The piano leans into waiting, old and kind, like it learned the pace of evenings over time. Every chord respects the silence in between, like it knows what calm can mean. This is where the mood stays sheltered, warm and true. Nothing here is asking answers, nothing new. I remain inside this gentle glow for a while. in time. The bass moves slowly through the room, round and low. Drums are brushing passing moments, letting go. Everything feels quietly aligned, nothing tight, just a calm against the night. Languages mix across the table, soft and low. Different cities sharing warmth, undertone. Every pause feels equally held and kind, as if winter's changed its mind. Coats are resting on the backs of chairs, out of sight, holding pieces of the evening and the night. Nothing urgent waits beyond this door or street, just the snow beneath my feet. This is where the winter waits now, warm and near. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing clear. I take this calm back into the cold. I know this is where the winter waits now. A door closes softly, the street breathes on. The afternoon leans toward evening, cold and wide. Stone streets darken into blue outside. Windows hold a steady glow, warm and low as the winter starts to slow. Coffee rests upon the table, dark and deep. Steam drifts upward like a promise I can keep. Outside voices thin and fade in the snow. Inside time decides to slow. This is where the winter lingers, near the flame. Nothing here is being measured, nothing named. I let the cold remain outside as I do. This is where the winter lingers. Music moves in gentle phrases, low and fair. Every note feels softly balanced in the air. No desire to explain itself or stay, just a warmth that knows the way. The piano speaks in rounded tones, old and kind, like it's learned the pace of waiting over time. Every chord respects the silence in between, like it knows what pauses mean. This is where the mood stays steady, soft and true. Nothing here is asking answers, nothing new. I remain inside this quiet warmth for a while. This is where the mood stays steady. Snow begins to gather slowly on the street, softening the edges where the lights meet. Every flake arrives without a sound or sign, just like moments passing time. The bass walks slowly through the room, warm and low. Drums are brushing, passing seconds letting go. Everything feels gently aligned. Nothing tight, just a calm against the night. Languages drift softly through the room, low and slow. Different cities sharing warmth, undertone. Every pause feels equally calm and near, sheltered from the winter here. Scarves and gloves lie folded neatly on the chair, holding pieces of the street within their care. Nothing urgent waits beyond this door or glass, just the day I let pass. A tram hums softly in the distance, brief and bright, its reflection bending gently in the light. The sound dissolves into the snow once again, like a thought without an end. Walls remember winters layered, year by year. Different faces, same warm tables gathered here. Time has changed the world outside, not this place, still familiar in its grace. Evening settles into quiet, soft and slow. Cups are lifted, then returned below. Every movement feels considerate and kind, as if time has changed its mind. This is where the winter stays now, warm and near. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing clear. I carry this cafe warmth with me when I go. This is where the winter stays now. Snow begins again. The room stays bright. The street grows quieter by degrees, cold and white. Stone reflections stretch and linger side by side. Windows gather amber light, soft and near, holding back the winter air. Coffee waits between my hands, dark and slow. Steam unwinds like fragile lines I don't know. Outside footsteps thin and fade through the gray. Inside time decides to stay. This is where the winter pauses near the glow. Nothing here is being measured, nothing old. I let the cold remain outside as a view. This is where the winter pauses. Music settles without insistence, low and clear. Every note feels placed with patience rather than fear. No desire to explain itself or lead, just a sound that meets the need. The piano leans into older shapes, soft and kind, like it learned the weight of waiting over time. Every chord respects the silence in between, like it knows what poses mean. This is where the mood stays sheltered, soft and true. Nothing here is asking answers, nothing new. I remain inside this quiet warmth for a while. This is where the mood stays sheltered. Snow collects along the curbside, white and thin, softening the edges of the street I'm in. Every flake arrives without a sound or sign, just like seconds passing time. The bass walks slowly through the room, round and low. Drums are brushing passing moments, letting go. Everything feels gently aligned, nothing tight, just a calm against the night. Languages drift from nearby tables, soft and low. Different cities sharing breath undertoned. Every pause feels equally held and kind, as if winter's changed its mind. Coats are resting on the backs of chairs out of sight, holding fragments of the evening and the night. Nothing urgent waits beyond this door or street, just the snow beneath my feet. Light begins to move more slowly on the wall, like it's counting out the moments one by all. Every shadow bends politely as it goes, never stopping, never close. The room remembers other evenings long ago. Different faces, same warm tables, same soft glow. Time has shifted what surrounds us, not this place, still familiar in its grace. Pages turn in borrowed silence, soft and thin. Cups are lifted, then returned again. Every motion feels considerate and slow, as if time itself said no. This is where the winter waits, now warm and near. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing clear. I take this calm back into the cold I know. Footsteps vanish, light remains. Snow rests quietly on the street, cold and white, turning sound into a distance, soft and white inside. The tables keep their place, warm and still, letting hours bend at will. Coffee darkens in the porcelain, deep and slow. Steam rises like a question I don't know outside. Voices lose their shape in the air. Inside calm is everywhere. This is where the winter settles near the flame. Nothing here is being counted, nothing named. I let the cold remain outside the door. This is where the winter settles. Music drifts with careful timing, low and fair. Every note arrives already, resting there. No intention to persuade the room or stay, just a warmth that fades away. The piano leans into open space, soft and kind, like it trusts the shape of silence over time. Every chord avoids a landing, stays apart, leaving room around the heart. This is where the mood stays balanced, soft and true. Nothing here is asking answers, nothing new. I remain inside this gentle pause for a while. This is where the mood stays balanced. Snow continues without pattern, soft and wide, covering the marks the day left behind. Every flake arrives without a past or claim, like time forgetting names. The bass moves slowly through the warmth, round and low. Drums are brushing passing seconds, letting go. Everything feels quietly aligned, nothing tight, just a calm against the night. Hands have rested on these tables time and time, leaving warmth behind in gestures without sign. Nothing here insists on staying, nothing late, only moments that can wait. Chairs are turned just slightly inward, then return, learning how to pause between each turn. Every movement leaves a silence in its place, like a pause that keeps its face. Light drifts softly across the glass, thin and pale, turning streets into reflections without scale. Nothing here insists on meaning or reply, just to mark the hours try. The room has learned the shape of winters year by year. Different voices, same small tables gathered here. Time has changed the streets outside, not this space, still familiar in its grace. Even now the air is holding what was said, not in words but in the spaces they have spread. Silences that once were shared remain, settled gently in the grain. This is where the winter remains warm and near. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing clear. I leave with snow still on the street below. This is where the winter remains. The door stays closed. Snow keeps time. The even gathers at the edges, cold and blue. Lights prepare the streets for quiet coming through. Inside, the room remains awake, soft and low, like it knows what not to show. Coffee rests upon the saucer, dark and deep. Steam drifts upward like a promise I can keep. Outside, traffic thins and fades into night. Inside, warmth holds its light. This is where the winter slows down near the flame. Nothing here is being measured, nothing named. I let the city fall away from view. This is where the winter slows down. Music moves with evening, patient, slow and fair. Every note feels gently anchored in the air. No desire to explain itself or stay, just a sound that knows the way. The piano speaks in rounded tones, soft and kind, like it learned the weight of waiting over time. Every chord respects the silence in between, like it knows what pauses mean. This is where the mood stays steady, soft and true. Nothing here is asking answers, nothing new. I remain inside this quiet warmth for a while. This is where the mood stays steady. Snow begins again outside, soft and slow, turning sound into a memory below. Every flake arrives without a sign or claim, like time forgetting names. The bass holds time without insisting, round and low. Drums allow the second space to come and go. Everything feels gently aligned, nothing tight, just a calm against the night. Languages drift softly through the room, low and slow. Different cities sharing warmth, undertone. Every pause feels equally calm and near, sheltered from the winter here. Coats Books are folded neatly by the wall out of sight, holding pieces of the evening and the night. Nothing urgent waits beyond this door or street, just the snow beneath my feet. Light begins to soften near the glass, warm and thin, as the outside slowly fades from within. Every reflection moves politely on the wall, like it's heard this gentle call. Other nights long ago, different faces, same warm tables, same soft glow. Time has shifted everything outside, not this place, still familiar in its grace. Even now the air is listening, deep and slow, moments folded into moments long ago. Every surface keeps a rhythm old and true, waiting calmly to renew. This is where the winter stays now, warm and near. Nothing here is being hurried, nothing clear. I leave before the city falls too still. This is where the winter stays now. Lights dim once, then settle.